breakdown. That's cool. You've got lots of coffee grinds in here.
Oh yeah, especially
Okay.
when it's like...
Now, just very importantly, when it comes to composting, you have what we call the greens and the browns, and they're really, really important. Does everyone know who can tell me what would be some of the greens that you would...
Leaves.
So, yep, green leaves, grass, vegetables, coffee grinds, manures, they're all the greens. They're high in nitrogen. When you have a look in here, what do you see there's a lot of? Lots of greens. So, the browns, who can tell me what the browns are? Dry leaves, no, pea straws are green because it's got lots of nutrients in it. The straw, which I've mentioned before, which is just the stubble, that's more of a brown. Sawdust, shredded newspaper, dry old leaves, they're wonderful, they're high in carbon. It's really important you get the balance right. Generally, for most composting, if it's not going to be actively turned, you need 1 bucket of green for 7 to 9 buckets of brown. So this is running very, very hot. Now that's fine if someone's going to turn it. Now, composting is all about trillions and trillions and trillions of microbes feeding on this. And they're like high performance athletes. Okay, if I took away from Usain Bolt air or water or food, what's going to happen? He's going to die. And that's the same with these guys. So when most people end up just having the cockroach convention, because it's no longer microbes living in that soil, they've all died. Because they've run out of air or water. And so when it all dies, it is just a free smorgasbord for the cockroaches and the mice, because if it's composting, what temperature is it? Maybe 65 degrees. Way too hot for cockroaches and for mice.
So you want it to be hot?
You want it to be hot. That means it's working. It means those microbes are having an absolute whale of a time. But the only reason you're going to keep them living and growing and doing their thing is you need to turn the heat and make sure it's the consistency of a squeezed out sponge, which means it's moist but not waterlogged. If it's waterlogged, they're going to drown. If it's dry, they're going to die of thirst. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying in a take-home message is composting is not